Hi guys, it's your girl Naya here. In this video, I'm going to be having a special guest, and this topic is going to be about living with someone who has XLH from a significant other's point of view. So, if you haven't guessed, my special guest is my fiance Brandon. So, I'm going to just be asking him some generalized questions. Someone asked me to do this video, so why not? So, let's get started. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, what is XLH? What does it stand for?
XLH stands for X-linked hypophosphatemia.
Can you spell it? I'm totally kidding.
I'm about to say no.
Okay. And just a little, I guess a quick thing about us. How long have we been together?
Let's see. It's July, so 9 years, 7 months.
Good job. Trivia. Okay. So,
Oh, this is anonymous, by the way.
I know, miss.
She loves me, so
But, so, how would you generalize XLH?
as far as the
Like your personal, what you've seen, what you've heard, if someone were to be like, oh, what's XLH? How would you explain it?
it's a vitamin D deficiency. Usually, or from what I've seen and known, it affects the kidneys, which causes very malleable bones and a lot of other very significant health problems.
Okay, okay. Um, so with your experience with me for this past 9.5 years, what would you say would be the hardest thing you've ever had to witness me go through?
The second surgery that I was with you when we were in Houston, uh, when they moved you from the surgery, uh, the bed to the actual bed that you're gonna be in, like the pain that I heard you in was just really hard to deal with.
And do you know what the surgery that you're talking about was for?
It was a tibial osteotomy. Yeah, it was supposed to straighten out uh, your leg bone. I'm not that smart, so yeah, that's what it was supposed to do. And they took out a piece of your bone, right? That
The fibula.
yeah, no, the fib. See, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, they took out a piece, so it's like it's not there anymore. Um, and then you got a rod and screw placement too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so you've been with me for 2 surgeries. How do you think you were prepared to go through those surgeries?
No,
Why?
I didn't know the extent of what they'd be doing. I didn't. I mean, you told me before the surgery happened what exactly was gonna happen, but I guess didn't I didn't prepare for the amount of like preparation you needed, the amount of time that you had the external fixators on, uh, the pain, the trauma, like just everything encompassing it. I didn't know the severity. I guess and I wasn't ready for that.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to the surgeries in a minute. But how do you feel life is different living with somebody who has XLH as opposed to someone who doesn't?
I mean, main difference is, I guess I would say understanding, pain levels, medicines, um, good days and bad days in general. You know, that's pretty much it. It just seems like it can be very I can't really put into words. It's just different, you know. It's just there's a lot more to I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
No, I get it. And you've actually seen me on Crysvita and not. How do you think that Crysvita has changed my life and our life in two different aspects?
In two different aspects,
Like, how do you feel like it's changed my life and then our life as a couple?
well, I've noticed that in your life when the Chris Vita, when you have it, you know, when the doctors aren't being weird and like super crazy about it, when you're on it, I notice you have more vitality. You're able to, you know, withstand the things that usually would be very difficult for you to do. Um, and then us as a couple, I mean, that alone in itself kind of shows it for me because it's like, you know, we can sit through a whole movie, or we can, you know, spend more time at the beach, or, you know, just whatever we're doing. You you seem to be you seem to be able to handle it better.
And do you think that Crysvita has made a positive change in my life?
Oh, for sure, of course.
Can you tell when I need it or that I haven't had it?
Yes, I can tell for sure because that's when the cravings start to happen. And it's
Cravings.
yeah, just the random foods that you want, you know. But beside that, you know, I start to notice you get more lethargic. You start to become a bit more irritable, a little bit more susceptible to like being sick. Like it just kind of like when you don't have it, it's like it's really like a superpower, like you say. Like it strengthens you so much. So when it's starting to run low on your dosage, like I can start to tell that it's just it takes some more time for you to recover.
Um, do you feel that you missed out on anything or miss out on anything because I have XLH?
No,
Yeah.
I have a relationship full of love and happiness. We've done a lot of amazing things together. I wouldn't ask for anything else.
Oh. And how do you feel when people stare or they say comments about me or to me or about me?
Makes me very angry, so irritated. Oh my goodness, it is beyond frustrating the amount of ignorance that's out there, and just the fact that people don't care enough to just filter themselves. Like it's so much easier to not say anything, but people just for some reason have like a feeling that they just need to say something about it when you could just say nothing at all, and we all would have had a good day. But now, like, I'm yelling at a mother because she's not teaching her kid not to stare, and it's a terrible thing, you know, without the context. Yeah, like, you know, like, why are you yelling at that poor woman? Well, your child is making my fiance very uncomfortable just for existing, and it's really terrible.
And you've been in my life for close to 10 years and you actually see my sister Trinity get stared and looked at. Do you think it's worse for her or worse for me in your protectiveness?
In my protectiveness, I would say for you, just because, you know, don't get me wrong, I love Trinity, but I loved you more and I loved you longer. And then also, the look is different. The
How
look,
so?
the look is it's very different because I encourage you to, you know, just wear whatever you want. I tell you not to let things stop you. You know, don't let people's looks stop you. So that when people see, you know, the results from the surgeries that you've had, and they can't look away for some reason. They don't have the gall to just keep it moving. You know, it affects me just in a very negative way. Um, I guess with Trinity, I think it's because she's younger. they kind of look like a they kind of look at you, look at her like, oh well, at least she's, trying and doing things. But with you is, you know a lot of times they'll look at you in like pity, or like there's even people that are like, oh, God has cursed you because you are a bad person and things like that. And it's just, I don't get what it takes for someone to say that to another human being. It's really gross.
And what was your initial reaction when you first saw my scars?
I honestly don't. I don't remember reacting that positively or negatively. It was just another thing about you. Like, by the time you were like confident enough to show me your legs, I already loved you. So I mean, it didn't matter to me.
And you have personally been with me for two of my surgeries, but we actually knew each other when I had a surgery in middle school. Do you remember what it was like?
I mean, I don't remember much because I was Hey You. I didn't have a name to her. I was either Steven or Brandon.
It was a
Um,
50% chance I was right.
yeah, I guess so. But I don't remember a whole lot, just because I was a grade above you, so we didn't have any same classes. We just saw each other passing in the hallway, and I would just like say hi, give you a hug. I remember seeing the fixator and you walking on it, and I guess because you were wearing like a long skirt most of the time, like it didn't register exactly what it was. I just remember seeing. I thought it was like maybe a cast or something. I didn't know it was metal wire sticking out of your leg. You know, if I knew that, I'd probably try to get to know you a little bit better so I can ask.
And now that you know and you've seen two surgeries firsthand, what was your first reaction when you saw the fixators? Because one was a little smaller, but it was still big, and
Yeah.
then the second one.
The first one, it was just like, whoa, that's really big. It just took me by surprise, because the one that you had on when we were in middle school, if I remember, it was like a T shape, right? It was a lot smaller. The first surgery, the thing encompassed your whole leg, and it was a bit jarring, I guess, because it was the first time I've seen metal rods sticking out of someone's leg that wasn't in like a car accident or something, and but then I kind of got used to it. Like, it just became one of those things. Like, I remember you picking it up, like just grabbing the grabbing the whole frame and shaking your whole leg, and I'm like, oh my God, like, but it just became one of those things you just don't notice. It's like a picture frame that's always in a house. It's always there. You don't notice it till it's gone, and then the other one, my reaction was, wow, this one's even bigger. Like, I was very scared because I wanted it to work. I wanted everything, I knew that everything wasn't gonna be perfect, but I just wanted to help you, because I would see everything that you'd go through on a day-to-day basis, and it troubled me.
And how do you feel going from having a significant other who is able to walk and do more to having a significant other that is limited on mobility, that can't walk very much, that can't do a lot of things, but still very independent, but still, how did that affect you?
It didn't. The person that I love is still the person I love, regardless if she can walk or not.
And what would you say would be one of the best days that we've had in regards to like an XLH, I guess, experience? Or
Hmm. In regards to an XLH experience?
like XLH, not in general, but one of the best days that we've had, I guess.
I mean, in regards to XLH, I could say a memory I have.
Okay.
When you found out um, what exact gene that it was in the XLH in, like, to be able to see you, to know exactly where it came from, and how you can test for it later in life when we eventually have kids. I think just you having that moment meant a lot to me because it made you happy.
Speaking of like kids and everything, how or are you scared of our potential children having XLH?
Not really. You gotta love my kid regardless.
But knowing everything that I've gone through and that Trinity goes through, my dad, does that scare you for our children?
No, I'm gonna love my kid regardless. But at the same time, I am not happy with the fact that my kid, the thing that I created and love so much, is gonna have to go through the same things that I've seen. That scares me, but doesn't deter me from having kids with you or anything of that nature.
Is there anything else that you would like to say to the XLH community?
To the XLH community, I'll say that I don't pretend to act like I understand what your day-to-day struggles are, but I do see them, and I respect you guys greatly. You guys get, all my respect and all my love. You guys are brave. You can do anything that you want because I'm living with someone who's doing exactly what she wants. That's all I got.
By the way, guys, he's really tall, so find a tall person so they could reach the top shelf. I'm totally kidding. But that's all we have for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.